The Cusco racing team is ecstatic to have two cars on the podium. Dean Herridge leaving Canberra in the lead of both the points for the Pacific Cup and the Asia Pacific Drivers' title.
Look, fantastic. A second and a third is terrific. And, we're probably lacking a little bit of outright pace, but in this championship you need some consistency, and we've had that so far. So, no, I think all the boys will be very, very pleased.
The final spot on the podium goes to Yanagasawa, who with co-driver Yoshimasa Nakahara has driven a measured event to open his APRC points account.
This rally we have second time, but this Canberra rally is very, very difficult rally. But finally we could finish the third, very happy.
Cody Crocker takes a seemingly easy win, while his Motor Image teammate Sunkar brings his Subaru home in fourth. After finishing second in both New Caledonia and Canberra, Dean Herridge takes the lead in the Asia Pacific Drivers' Championship and the race for the Pacific Cup. Taguchi and Leroy are now second equal in the Cup contest on 19 points. Northland, one of New Zealand's most picturesque regions, is the setting for the third round of the APRC, the Rally of Whangarei. Whangarei is in the far north of New Zealand's North Island, about 250 kilometres from the country's largest city, Auckland. Surrounded by sea and with beautiful beaches, the area is also known as the Winterless North. But for rally drivers, its attraction is that it has some of the best rally roads in the world. As Cody Crocker lines up for the start of the first stage, he's well aware that he's going to be road sweeping for the other competitors, putting the current APRC champion at a distinct disadvantage. But the wily Aussie has competed on these roads many times in the past and knows that by driving nice clean lines, keeping the car straight and on the throttle, he can overcome some of the disadvantage. And the stage times prove it. After 3 tests, the Motor Image Subaru driver has a 39-second advantage over his closest rival, fellow Australian Scott Pedder. Pedder settles into the fast New Zealand roads with ease, and while he's not on Crocker's pace, the MRF Mitsubishi driver is consistently second fastest on the first 3 stages of the day. Pedder is well aware that he needs a good result here after DNFs in the previous 2 rounds. Taguchi was hoping to challenge Crocker for the APRC win, but after 3 stages and 78 kilometres of competition, the Japanese driver is 57 seconds behind the Aussie. And 18 seconds behind his MRF teammate, but he is leading the Pacific Cup section comfortably. Behind the top three, there's a real battle for fourth, with Takuma Kamada holding the spot for the first two stages, then dropping time with an overheating engine on stage 3, allowing countrymen Hiroshi and Agasawa to take fourth by 8 seconds in the Cusco Subaru. Only 13 seconds behind the two Japanese drivers is Dean Herridge in the second Cusco car, but he's more concerned with his current place in the Pacific Cup. Herridge is the current points leader and can win the Cup, provided he gets sufficient bonus points for the leg. But after 3 stages, the Australian is only third in the Cup race, 7 seconds behind Team New Caledonia's Jean-Louis Leroux, a regular visitor to New Zealand and obviously dialed into the fast Northland roads.
Left 4 narrow.
Indonesia's Rifat Sungkar in the second Motor Image car finished third here last year, but this time has an ill-handling car and is struggling for pace. He sits 7th in the APRC.
Right 3 here, caution. Right 3 into left 4 minus. To right, left 4 minus. Into right 5 minus. 50. To left 5 tightens 4. Left 5 tightens 4. 30 to left 4 again. Left 4 into caution, right 5 minus medium tightens on brow late.
Behind Sungkar, Kiwi Brian Green and New Caledonian Patrick Yanai are battling for position in the Pacific Cup, with Green currently 7 seconds in front. Patrick Christian, in another Team New Caledonia car, is further back, but still enjoying a locally prepared car that is much better set up than his for the New Zealand conditions. While the APRC runners make it through the first part of the morning unscathed, Japanese driver Satoru Ito isn't so lucky. On the other hand, he is fortunate. His car is able to be pushed back onto its wheels and he's able to continue. New Zealand rally champion Richard Mason isn't so lucky. He has a monumental crash near the end of stage 2, rolling into retirement.
Hold on. I am. Ow. I'm going to go all the way.
Okay. Are you alright?
Yep.
Come on. The engine's smoking a bit, I think.
The final stage of the morning is a short super special back in Whangarei, and the drivers put on a show for the many spectators, with Crocker fastest of the APRC cars, followed by Taguchi and then Sungkar. After a good run in the morning, the super special is the beginning of the end for Kamada, whose engine problems get worse. The car dropping power mid-corner and spinning. The engine then won't restart, and after losing several minutes, Kamada finally gets the car out of the ditch on the starter motor, eventually gets it back to service, but after all that, the problems are terminal, and he's forced to retire. At midday service, there's lots of action from the Cusco and MRF tyres teams as gearbox changes are required for Australian drivers Herridge and Pedder. The Mitsubishi Lancer's boxes are slightly more complicated to change, and even though the Race Talk team makes the change in a record 28 minutes, Pedder incurs time penalties for leaving the service park 8 minutes late. He drops to 5th in the APRC.